Hey everyone, this is Carlos and Sandy Lee. Thank you so much for listening. We couldn't do this without the support of Ondium. It's a national on-demand staffing platform for dental professionals.
You can earn PTO, you can get medical benefits, and you don't have to mess with those crazy 1099s. So check out Ondium in our link below. So we're going to start this. This is season 5, year 5, and episode 192. We're back on track.
Stronger than ever.
And kicking some spitting rhymes up in Oifland.
Oh my Starting off a kicking sacks in season 5. All right.
Kicking sacks.
So I want to say thanks for sticking around if you're still there, and if you're new, welcome. But so we shut it down for a little bit, and
for a minute.
Had to sort of reorganize some stuff, and we were going through some transitions.
You had a lot going on. I was just,
you had
hanging there, and you do what you got to do. I'll support you because you're my bro from another
Mo. Whatever. It works.
Okay. Anyway.
All right, so do you want to go chronologically, like what we've been up to since September, or do you want to just pick up from here and act like that never happened, or
like the year 2020?
Like we just time traveled.
Just never happened.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I can give you a very, very quick recap of September, October, November, December.
All right.
September, I turned 43. Woohoo! Damn. Happy birthday. October, the very end of October, I had to go in for emergency surgery for a bowel obstruction, and I swear. So I've told you about my hernia before from my surgery back in 2014 when I had cancer. So I've had a hernia since then in the incision site. So like 7 years I've had this thing. I'm trying to think, 7 or 8 years I've had this hernia. No problems. Every once in a while, give me a little twinge. Nothing. Good.
Nothing.
No big deal.
Golden.
Well, October 27th, I'm sitting there on my second to last patient, working away. Everything's fine. And then I'm like, man, my side hurts a little bit. By the end of the appointment, I could barely talk and stand up because I was in so much pain. But I was like, here's your goodie bag. Have a nice day. Oh, God. So I went to the nurse practitioner, told her what was going on. She goes, well, it could be your gallbladder. And I was like, okay. So I go to the ER. It's starting to go away. I said, John, I'm just going to go home. Let's just go home. And
you thought it was just some hot wings or something, and let me just walk this off, right?
No, I ate some Tylenol and fell asleep on the couch for like 15 minutes. And then I woke up and it was still like pretty painful. John was like, let's just try to sleep it off. Let's just sleep it off.
Old
by
school.
Golly. So I lay down. 2 minutes later, I jumped. I didn't jump. I got back up and I was like, nope. Let's go to the ER. So I went to our ER in a smaller town. So there was like one person waiting there. They did a CAT scan and found out that my bowel had moved into the hernia. It's like a cave. So it goes into the cave and stays there. So the doctor says, she's telling me, we're going to have to do surgery and put the bowel back in its place. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I've got to plan this so I don't miss work, And she kept talking, and I was like getting the feeling that this was like, no, you're not leaving the hospital. And I was like, so you mean tonight? And she was like, oh yes, this is an emergency. And she said that bowel could twist at any point, get strangulated, and just die. And I was like,
oh man.
Well, okay, so I guess that's what we're gonna do.
This isn't optional. We're doing this now.
Yeah, the whole ordeal. They had to take me by ambulance to go ER to ER. Otherwise, I would have had to wait in the ER waiting room. This whole time, 4 a.m. the previous morning, John had not slept. So he's been trying to take cat naps in these chairs, like all hunched over and, and then we get into the other hospital where they're actually going to do the surgery.
So they got it all patched up and you're good now. Everything's golden.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I didn't have surgery until like 11:30 or 12 the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But they had me on some morphine. I was
The
feeling
good stuff.
good. You know what I'm saying? It was nice. Anyway, um, and yeah, so I took 2 weeks off, which was probably a little less than I should have.
Seems
But
like
I took it.
at minimum a 2 week thing. Maybe, you know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know. I'm
minimum.
just saying it sounds like you should have taken a
Yeah.
little bit more time off.
I took it very slow going back, and I was like, okay, I can handle this. And then, so that was October/November. Big Tuna came for Thanksgiving. My other sister came down. We had a nice, quiet Thanksgiving. And then I just got back from Phoenix for Christmas. I went to Phoenix, got a new tat. I'll send you a picture of my new tat. I'm
Damn.
like hardcore, skull crossbones and it up. Not really.
Born to ride.
But yeah. Hell's Angels stuff. No, it's a very tasteful, if you can call a tattoo tasteful.
Sure.
It's a fine line one, so it has real pretty script and it has little birds. I'll send you a picture, you can post it up here, but the birds represent the babies that I lost. And then the word that I have is resilience, because cancer, bowel obstruction, losing babies, like we went through some crap and we're still here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like if you had one, you could claim you got kicked in the sack a few times. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So
probably 80 times.
Well, I'm glad you're on the mend and everything's moving in the right direction. And
yeah, I'm pretty much.
That sounds like a hell of a fall. You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of fall,
I tell you what. Oh, what?
We were on vacay and we took a long weekend and ran up to
yeah.
Where were we? Gatlinburg, I think.
Gatlinburg, yes.
Yeah.
I want to go there. Yeah.
And my son took a tumble. We're walking and the light didn't come on. It was coming on all weekend, and it just this one walk, it didn't come on. So there was like a little
like
creek.
For the entryway area.
Yeah. So from where you park till you walk up to this cabin, right?
Okay.
And dude, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And I go, watch out for the moat. There was like a little creek, and it was like a little bridge, but no handrails, no lights, no reflectors, no glow in the dark, no nothing. It just didn't turn on. So I was like, go slow. And as soon as I said that, I heard him fall.
Oh.
And he stopped the fall with his face.
Oh.
So he's bent up in this little creek thing.
So he's bent like backwards.
Yeah, he's like arched up like this. And his buddy is with us, and he's like, oh, no. So I run inside. I turn my light on. I go inside. I go, he fell. And my wife goes, who? I go, our son. So I run back outside to grab him, help his friend pick him up. And he is just leaking from his face, dude. Oh. And his buddy goes, I think it's just his nose. I was like, no, because I saw blood coming from between his eyes and down this way. So his whole face, I'm surprised he didn't knock all his teeth out or break his neck. And long story short, 20-something stitches later, we go to the emergency room. So we're up all night.
Yeah.
And this poor kid looked like he got hit by a train a couple of days later. And his face was swollen.
Anyway, I'm sure it was.
So he's better now, but it was real scary.
Every shade of purple and yellow and green.
It weirds me out thinking. And so all I'm saying is life could be make it a horrible twist really quick. And so just be careful and be grateful, man. Because I'm just glad he's all right. So
it is short. Just a side note, we lost a member of Lighthearted, Gray or Gigi Smith. She was battling cancer, and then I thought things were looking up, and then she fell and she broke her shoulder not too long ago. But then I just read on her Facebook page, her grandson posted that she had passed away, and she went very quickly. And we had just done a little fundraiser for her after she fell and broke her shoulder, her arm. And then all of a sudden, like, I just spoke to her and now this, and I'm just like, man, life is absolutely short, and you definitely don't know what or when or where or why or how, something's gonna happen.
I'm on this whole gratitude thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Yeah.
grateful for what I do have, because I know,
Right.
like you said, it could be gone tomorrow. So,
Uh-huh.
I'm just grateful for what I have, and I I took some time off to take some training. I did a
Yeah.
mastermind with Angela Mulrooney.
Yeah.
We know Angela, right?
Yeah. She's awesome. Very
And
awesome.
I taught her a lot of those dance moves. She doesn't like
Right.
we don't like to
Yeah.
tell people, but
Yeah.
I think I just did. And
Whoops.
so we took this mastermind, and it's a basically thing on how to, like, find your true purpose and that type of thing. So I'm
Yeah.
about to launch a new thing on Instagram, social media. You may have seen the flyer. Last week. It was on an emotional intelligence for the dental office, right?
Yes. Yes.
And so I'm really excited about it. I have an ebook, just a small self-published ebook thing coming out too, that I'm gonna give away. Yeah, I'm gonna give it away. And then if you want me to come out, huh?
You didn't tell me about that.
I'm
offended. I'm offended.
It was one of those things where I wanted to do it, and I just sat down and just figured it out,
And you didn't say, "Hey, Sandy, I'm publishing a book, by the way."
Well, it's not. It's self-publishing. I mean, it's not like it's
I know. I'm just joking, but still,
it's more like a handout, go by type of thing. So I'm calling it an ebook.
Did you dedicate it to me though?
Now, I haven't. I was saving that page. I haven't dedicated to anybody yet, but
okay.
But I definitely got to squeeze you on there.
Yeah.
Under. Behind.
Because hanging out with me will make you emotionally intelligent. Yeah. Because you got to just deal with so much. So.
And here's the thing, and that's the thing. There's a lot of quiet quitting. People that aren't happy.
Yes.
The COVID stuff and all the PPE that we got to wear, and it's just a lot of stress. Changed. Yeah, and people are walking out and retiring and trying different things and doing different things. So I think culture, and if you're not happy at work, then why be there? You know what I mean? And so I'm just trying to help people make the places where they work or have people work for them a happy place to be. And I mean, it can't be unicorns and balloons all the time,
rainbows and sunshine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a job, but
it's still called work.
It doesn't have to be toxic, and it doesn't have to be harmful to your psyche. And so and a lot of times, it could be you just need a little bit more emotional intelligence. And I'll say this before we go any further: I gravitated towards this topic just because it's what I had to do to last 20-something years in the dental chair. Because my gut reaction is a bit cynical, maybe a little sarcastic, maybe know. And as a comedian, I kind of I'll find a way to make something dark and make it light. But I needed it for myself to survive, that long. So I feel it's something that if I can share and help other people with it, then deliver it, make it fun, and it's going to be virtual. We could do group coaching, or for the right price, I'll fly out to wherever, and we can do it, one day thing at your office and make it happen. So plus I'm still doing stand up, and I'm doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I don't know. I'm just in a good place.
You have many pots, irons. I don't know.
Irons in the fire.
Chefs in the kitchen. I don't know. Yeah. Yes, but you basically quit clinical, basically working for somebody else. So now it's like you have the ability to branch out in all these different directions.
Yeah.
And if you find something's not working, then you focus on the other things that are probably, fun, more fun, easier, maybe not easier, but more satisfying.
Yeah, and it's no secret. I was working with my our good friend Elijah, and I learned so much from him and Michelle and Sean and Sandra and Kate, all those guys, and they were all just super amazing people to work with, and Charles, from Driven, and Chris, and just everybody, and I wouldn't be able to or had the confidence to do my own thing if I didn't go into, I don't know if you want to call it boot camp training, business skills or whatever. And I'm still not great at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm an artist. I'm an entertainer. I'm not a
Right.
super great business person, so it's a struggle for me, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean? And I think that's why it takes me twice as long to get anything done. So
Yeah, and the ADD doesn't help either. But
no.
but you know, the baby birds need a little push sometimes to get out of the nest
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
to learn to fly. And they are not great flyers at first,
No,
but
no.
they learn how things work, and you're going to do exactly that, you know. You
So
got a lot of people that believe in you and stand behind you, so
I feel good. I feel good. I think it's a good choice,
that's
and
good.
I think it's time. I think it's needed, and if I can make the world, at least maybe the dental world, laugh a little bit more, then I
Right.
think I did what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I'm real proud of
Exactly.
what I've been doing lately too, Sandy.
Yeah.
You remember when I did Gaffigan in April, right, in
Yes,
Vegas
Jim
for
Gaffigan. Awesome.
when I got
Yes.
back. And I'm going to be real transparent here. I never talk about real numbers, but let's be honest here, right?
Okay, here
And
we go.
when I got back, and I was just like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? I was
Mhm.
and it's no secret. I have a food addiction, and that's the only way I can describe it. That's the best way to describe it. You
Yeah.
know, like it's
Yeah.
hard for me to
Yeah.
put the brakes on.
Absolutely.
And when I got back from Vegas, I was 344 that Monday, right? Which
Yeah.
is fucking ridiculous. And if anything is, that's I'm 5'10". What am I doing? You know what I mean?
Right.
I was
Yeah.
round, just huge, right? So I slowly worked at it, this and that, and I get down to 310, 311, 312,
Mhm.
309,
Mhm.
and I just couldn't get down any further. Like I
Yeah.
would relapse. And I couldn't, and I
Yeah.
was riding the
Yeah.
bike and in the sauna, and I just couldn't get down, right? So
Yeah.
it was affecting me emotionally. I know it's affecting my health. I know it's affecting me mentally. Like my
Oh yeah.
confidence was shit, and it was just really. I was more upset with myself than I'm not mad at anybody else or anything else. It's
Oh
my
yeah.
own self thing, you know.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I told you I was watching this chick named is Rachel Sharp on YouTube, right? And
Mhm.
she kind of reminds me of my daughter a little bit, you know what I mean? Like with the hair
Yeah.
and just like her personality. She's a
Uh-huh.
cute girl, you know.
Mhm.
And she was doing something called alternate day fasting. Everybody's heard about the intermittent. I don't eat for 18 hours, and I was doing that, but then I would lose it and snack afterwards, and you know what I mean, and just
Yeah.
dip and just grab different knickknacks or whatever.
Sure.
So she was doing alternate day, so she was skipping a day in between, and I was like,
So not eating for a full
full day,
day.
full day.
I I
I've been doing that for almost a month. On
yeah.
the 17th will be a month,
And
and
you're
no
not
lie,
dying every other day?
no, and it's horrible in the sense that I sat down with my wife and my son, and while they were having dinner, and I was just drinking coffee,
Yeah.
and I was okay with it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm a little hungry now. I could eat, but I'm good. I'm not uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First couple of
Yeah.
weeks was a little weird. So, there's a modified version where you have about 400 or 500 calories on your fast day, and then you can eat a normal amount of food on your eat
Yeah.
day. Don't go crazy, but you can, and you whatever you want, 2 slices of pizza, eat your pizza. You know what I mean? You want
Yeah. Yeah.
a couple bites of brownie, then do what so I'm trying to
Eat
keep it.
like fairly normal on
I'm
those days.
right, but
Yeah.
there's no don't eat this, don't eat that, because if you can't have bread or you'll go crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was 309 on the 17th when I started
Of December.
of December.
Oh, that's my friend's birthday. Shout out to Melissa. But anyway, okay. So
309.
309.
This morning,
Yeah.
284.
Wow.
What's
So
that? 25 pounds?
well, I mean, if you started at what'd you say, 344? And
Yeah,
you're
but I'm counting
284?
doing this alternate
Oh,
day
just
thing,
this.
right?
So you were 309 and you're 284. So that's 16 plus 9. That's 25 pounds.
In less
Is
than
that
a
right?
month. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been lifting weights,
Yeah.
push-ups, walking, riding my bike. I feel stronger.
Huh.
25 pounds, bro. How crazy is that? And
I mean, that's awesome.
and from the 344, in April.
Yeah.
That's 60 pounds.
60 pounds. Yeah. So just to put that into perspective for people,
that's crazy.
It took me about 6 months on my gluten, dairy, sugar-free diet, no exercise at all. I lost a total of 50 pounds. And it took me about 6 months to do that. So you lost 25 in a month. And here's the thing though. Like I was
still
actually
can't believe it. All my shit feels
I know it's
fits
amazing.
loose. I feel better. I feel like I'm sleeping better. And it's not even a vanity. You know what I mean? Because you need a better reason than just vanity. Because I'm already cute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just me being silly, guys. No, but this is, but it's like I got 3 grandbabies, right? 4. I have a step grandchild, I guess if you want to call it, call her that. She's an amazing young lady, and I want to see these kids grow up, dude. I want to see them be adults. And so it's not even for me. It's just my selfishness of wanting to see them grow up. Plus, I said this jokingly, but I kind of mean it. And again, this is the comedian, and this is why I need emotional intelligence. Is because I want them to know me, and then for them to miss me when I finally do die. You know what I mean? Because if I die now, they're gonna be like, your grandpa was kind of funny.
Yeah, there's this bald guy around for a while, and then he was just gone.
But if they're in their 30s and they're like, Jesus, man, Pops was
they'll be like
awesome,
Papa Carlos,
and so I guess find your reason why you want to do something, and I'm tired of being big. Oh, and I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
I think all the signs are pushing me towards it. I had some friends. I met some people, some super cool people in Nashville that had lost some weight, and so that was kind of motivating. So that's in the back of my head. In November, I'm not gonna say who it was. I'll tell you. Okay. I'll tell you after. Right.
Okay.
I was involved in a conversation with our boy Jay from Crazy Dental.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A couple other people, and there was a new guy there that I didn't really know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm retelling the story of my little small heart attack thing, and I'm telling the joke, I'm telling the story of it, and I'm making it funny, so we're all having a good laugh about it. And this new guy goes, well, have you thought about losing weight? And the Puerto Rican, New Jersey guy in me was like,
never crossed my mind.
I don't even know you, bro. Who do you think you're talking to? You know what I'm saying? But what I said was, it's a work in progress. And I just like, hey, I got to run, and when I got done and I left, right? But I thought about that phrase. Have you thought about losing weight? And
every day of my life.
And not to be an asshole or be a jerk about it, but why wouldn't I have thought of that? You know what I'm saying? But it was an honest assessment, and I took that for a second, and just initial words. I thought it was a little rude. You know what I mean? I had to process it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know you. If you said that to me, we're cool. We're family. So I would be like, yeah, I'm working on it, man. I need help.
You would have been like, look here, honey. Right. Watch your mouth.
but
you were trying to be cordial to that guy.
But it's like your family. You're allowed to say that to me.
And I wouldn't have said it like that anyway. Yeah. I would have been like, hey, Carlos, you know what? Let's do this together. We can do it. Blah, blah, blah. That's how you say that kind of stuff, right. I feel like.
And I don't, so I go, maybe he didn't mean it that way. Maybe he was just a blunt dude that didn't really think about
he thought he was being funny. I don't know.
I don't know.
You were kind of being funny.
I don't know, but it bothered me. If I'm going to be 100% honest, it kind of irked me a little bit. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I was like, screw that, dude. No one's gonna ever say that shit to me again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
it's like
I just want to say thanks, I guess, for the push.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back. That being said, that was in November. I didn't get started till December, but I thought about it for so long, and it was one of those things where I knew this was going to be uncomfortable, but I knew I had to give it a shot. And now that it's working and I'm seeing results, I want to keep going. You know what I mean? So anyway, so that's all I'm going to say about that. And let's just see where this goes, dude, because Hinman's coming up in March. And, I'm going to have to buy all new stuff.
Yeah.
And then
what are you doing at Hinman?
Nothing. I'm just, it's in Atlanta, so I'm gonna go.
Oh, that's right. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah. And then
Oh.
Chris Williams, our boy Chris Love Williams, is doing
Yeah.
his conference in June. We have
Okay.
the Smiles at Sea cruise in May. You're going to that too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
The
gonna
May
try?
one from the West Coast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of
I should
California.
be able to do that.
I have to go to and I just did a thing on with Vanessa Emerson and the Dental Speaker Institute, which is fantastic. They had like a 1 day thing, and it was on group coaching, virtual type stuff, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And the speakers
That's
were
awesome.
fantastic, and so their live event is going to be in May. So I'm
Nice.
flying out Thursday, hitting that Friday and Saturday, probably staying till Sunday, going from Sunday to LA. Excuse me, to catch the cruise and then fly home after that following week. So I'm going to be gone for, maybe 10 days, but yeah, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun and busy and crazy and like, how it is.
I know how it is. Yeah.
But cheers to health and and I didn't want to wait till the resolution thing. I'm going to wait till January for a new year, new me. I'm like, I got to get started or I'm never going to do it,
I did that and so I did but New Year's Eve, John and I were asleep by 10. We're getting old, I guess. But anyway, I didn't make any like bona fide resolutions or anything. 'Cause I was like, it's all up to me. Like, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. And then, I got up after I got back from Phoenix, I got up Monday morning, got down, worked out on the elliptical, did the inversion table, stuff like that. I ate home cooked stuff the rest of the week, and I lost like 4 pounds. And then we had Mexican last night, and I gained it all back. So there you go. But
do the every other man, and it sucks,
Yeah, and I mean the only person in the way of that is me. So if I go, oh, I can't do that, it's that's the C word. You can't, not that C word, this C word that you can't
right.
do something.
Yeah,
I don't know. If there are days where I'm like cleaning, doing laundry, vacuuming, cleaning out the cars, and I will not even realize that I had not eaten until 2-3 o'clock, sometimes 4 o'clock. So I don't doubt that I could do it, but at work, like when everybody takes that time to go and eat and it smells so delicious.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. Do you have something called Huey Magoo's over there?
No, but you asked me about that before.
Chicken place. They call it chicken tenderloin, and I don't really know what that means, but they're nice chicken strips, I guess is what it is.
Tenderloin's like the back strap on either side of the spine. So tenderloin.
I don't know what it is, but it's delicious. But I mean, it's chicken. I mean, how much better can it be than the regular chicken?
Yeah.
So you can get it grilled, and you can get it, fried and covered with these different sauces, a spicy zing, and there's a million of them, right? Lemon pepper, the standard stuff, right?
Yeah.
So my wife is going to work. She's a nurse. She works nights, and I'm sitting there with her, my son, and the grandbaby, my grandson, and they're all munching and getting down, and I'm watching them, and I'm like, oh my God.
I don't think I get that.
So I went online real quick and I'm like, how many calories in just 3 of those little grilled tenderloin? And it was like 350, 400, whatever it was. I'm like, that's under 500. Let me get those. But you can only get them with fries. So, or some sort of side. And I'm like, here, just to get them away from me, put my little 3 naked nuggets. And I didn't put any sauce or anything. And it was just enough to keep me from losing my mind, because
losing my mind, going crazy. Yes.
They got garlic bread. So here's the thing: if you have to eat something, you can eat something super small, little piece of meat or whatever, and keep it moving. But if I'm home like today, I think they got Subway, and I'm like, I don't know, Subway doesn't turn me on at all. Yeah. But I'm sitting there and I can smell the bread baking, and I was just like, all right. So I drank my coffee, and I'm good. And I didn't eat anything. Yeah. I'm not gonna make any boiled eggs or anything, and and I'm just gonna just tough it out, and it's satisfying because mentally I feel like I'm finally in control. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And
You know,
that's the most satisfying part for me.
yeah, I agree with that because back to, I had this thought earlier. The other day I was thinking to myself that I have not felt hungry in a long time. So every time I'm eating on a schedule, I'm not eating when my body says, "You know what? I think we need some fuel. So, let's go eat something." So
I get it,
I
man.
haven't felt the pangs of hunger in a long time. And I remember that I used to be, like when I was a runner, and or I was doing The Biggest Loser at work and stuff like that, and I had those feelings of hunger, and they're there for a reason. So, if you're not doing intermittent fasting and that sort of thing, like you're basically just on your body's schedule, I feel like that's probably a better way to do things too. You know, um instead of like, when's the last time before you started like really dieting, when was the last time you felt hungry?
Not and this isn't like third world hunger either. I'm just a
Right. Like,
little
yeah.
uncomfortable. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
exactly. Like your stomach is going, "Man, I could
hmm.
eat something."
But here's the cool part is, like, I'm not proud of it, but like when if I wanted to, I can really eat a lot, and that's
Mhm.
not good. That's not a that's not a bragging
Yes.
point.
Yeah.
But I find like I get fuller faster because if you don't eat a whole day, yeah, I don't know. There's nothing downside for me other than the
Right.
social aspect. But you know what? I don't have to impress anybody. I don't give a shit what other people think. I'm just
Right.
trying to,
Yeah.
and I take vitamins. I'm healthy. I'm having all my blood work done
Yeah.
again
Yeah.
next month,
Nice.
and I've done the research, right? And
Yes.
this is supposed to lower your A1C. This is supposed to
Okay.
your cholesterol. So I'm gonna put that to the test.
You
You know,
should.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because out of 30
Absolutely.
days, I only ate 15, and 10 of those were super healthy stuff. So it's sort of
Yeah.
like it's got to be better, I would imagine. You know what I
Right.
mean?
When I was doing the program that I was doing, gluten, dairy, sugar, he tested my blood and he would alter the supplements to make sure I'm getting, because what he wanted to optimize my body in order to lose weight and be healthy, and reduce the amount of inflammation that I had in my body. So, he would take 8 vials, 6 vials of blood, and he would test everything. And, halfway through the program, I was like, everything was looking really good. And you know, they don't teach you anymore that food heals like your body,
Yeah.
but what you put in it is what you get out of it. So if you're putting a Twinkie in there, you're going to get sludge as the output.
Hilarious.
Twinkie sludge.
What's your favorite? Let's talk happy for a quick second.
Okay.
What's your favorite go to meal? You and John are going out tomorrow night. Money's not an
Mm.
option. I mean, not a special occasion
Uh,
place, but just
well,
what's your favorite good place to go to? What
it's
do you like to get?
always sushi. Sushi is probably my
Okay,
number
okay.
one.
I haven't had it in
Second,
a while,
like,
and I like sushi too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And then I love salmon. So any place that has a really good salmon.
Good seafood.
I'm
Okay.
I like some
Grilled.
really yeah, yeah. Like John did it one time and it was perfect. On the grill. It had it almost tasted like bacon. It was just so
Mm.
delicious. Like the flavor was amazing. Um but my actually the last best meal I had was John made buffalo chicken pizza.
Damn,
Homemade, the crust and everything homemade.
that sounds delicious.
I could eat that all day, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It was so good. But oh, um so go ahead. What was your
But you
point
know what I've
with
been
that.
doing lately? I was on a filet mignon type of thing for a long time.
Yeah.
Then I like ribeyes because the flavor is good, but it's got a little bit too much fat for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Which makes
so
it
I've been
taste
doing
good.
like the New York strip.
Yeah.
With a side of broccoli.
Yeah.
And a Caesar salad, and I'm good. A little piece of bread. And excuse me. I don't know what's going on. I've had like a light cold since like Christmas. I think that's what I don't want to blame my daughter, but I went over to visit and she had the sniffles, and so that's what I got from her for Christmas. So that was nice.
Yeah,
and,
I came
so this
home
is the tail end of it.
Got a little cough and stuff from it. So, yep.
I'm just in a hurry because I'm impatient and I want to get to where I need to be before I burn out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I see the results fast, and that's motivating for me. So I could start eating at lunch on my eat day, but I'll wait to dinner. So it's literally one big meal, 48 hours, another big meal. And it seems a little extreme, but fuck, when you're over 100 pounds fat, you got to do something extreme to get it off, you know?
No, I agree that you
good,
really
though.
have to put in the effort. You know, our bodies were built to eat fuel when we needed fuel and not overstuff ourselves. And it seems like that's what a lot of people do. So yeah, I'm one of them, by the way. So
one of the things for me, it's the empty calorie foods, like, you know what I mean, like the delicious desserts and stuff like that. And it's you
a
can eat
ton of calories
like that.
And it's ruining your body at the same time.
Dude.
Like, you're paying people to ruin your body for you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I was just going to say, yesterday, John's aunt and uncle, helped us butcher a pig, half a hog.
And now, did you hunt it, or did you?
No. This was somebody raised it and slaughtered it, and we bought half a hog. So guess what I had for breakfast yesterday morning?
Fresh bacon?
No, that I will probably never, ever, ever have in my life again.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Eggs and brains.
Oh.
I did not like it.
So you bought so this thing's split literally down the middle.
Yeah, like if you look at it from the side, it looks like a pig, and then you turn it around and it's open. It's like
an anatomy
you see the
thing.
Ribs, you see the snout, you see all of that. Yeah.
Holy shoot.
Yeah, and we processed it. And some of it we made sausage. The ham is basically a hind quarter, which I didn't know that. So now we have a ham. So we sent the ham and the pork belly, which is where they get bacon, off to get processed.
Okay.
So we made pork steaks.
There's something got to do to it, right?
Yeah, they're going to put seasonings in whatever they do.
Brine it or whatever. Okay.
Yeah. So we have pork steaks, pork chops, and then we made 11 pounds of sausage, like breakfast sausage. So guess what else delicious. I had yesterday that I probably will never eat again?
I can't even guess.
The kidney. Yeah. No, thank you. So both of these.
Real quick, I got a question.
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
So John cooked this?
So the eggs and brains they actually made while we were doing all the processing. So his Aunt Dana made the eggs and brains.
So I don't know. I have questions.
So
is it brains and then a side of eggs, or is all that shit mixed together?
No, she mixed it in with the eggs. And let me honestly, it didn't taste.
What was wrong with it? You just knew that it was brains?
It didn't taste that bad. Yes, absolutely. Had I not known that there were brains in it, I probably would have been okay.
Dude, I'd try it. I would try it. That sounds delicious.
And that's how I am. I will try pretty much anything.
Curious is the better word. Yeah.
You'd probably like it. It's not bad. It was just
protein.
It was brains.
Oh. Was it light?
And what?
Was it like light in texture? Like brain, like you would think a brain is, or is it
like
what's a brain? Is it
you couldn't differentiate between the eggs and the brains.
Okay.
I thought I was like, ooh, that's probably a little brain. I try not to look at it too much, honestly. But the kidney, they boiled the kidney. Cut it in half, salt, garlic, pepper. I took a bite. The flavor was pretty good. However, the texture was, think about like the the most tender piece of meat that you've ever eaten before. But it's very dense. It's almost like, do you know like a dusted chocolate truffle?
Yes.
How when you bite into it, it's like the texture is just thick, but it's kind of like soft and
I get it.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Was it chewy or did it break up easily?
No, it was not chewy at all. It was
one bite and you were done.
Yeah, I took one bite and I was like, this isn't terrible, but it's a kidney. So yeah, not finishing this. It was just yeah.
For some reason that sounds a little bit less appealing than the eggs and brain.
Oh really? I would much rather eat a kidney than a brain.
Really?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. I know there's mad cow disease, and I'm not trying to be funny, but is there a mad pig disease too? Is that a thing? A neurological thing? Because I know there's a thing with deer sometimes where they have like I don't know
these are
a disease of the brain.
These are like farm raised.
Okay. So this isn't a wild boar.
Yeah. But however, I mean, honestly, wild boars are probably healthier because, you know, if you're all caged up like cows and pigs can be, that's how they spread disease faster. So, but I'm sure they make sure that the pigs are healthy before they slaughter them and sell them to people. But
you would hope. Yeah. You would hope.
Yeah. And guess what they were making today, which I can't even try it. I would try almost everything but this.
Something with the intestines?
No, that's chitlins, but I don't know if I could eat that either. Because that's like, that touched poop.
That's literally like right on
That's like the inside of the place that makes poop. So no.
Stomach stuff?
No,
I mean, all right, here, spit it out. What is it?
Head cheese.
Dude, I had a friend of mine. He's a Mexican dude. He was telling me how they do that, like in where he's from. Well, they'll roast the whole head of a pig, right?
Yeah.
He talks about the brain and everything, and the way he describes it sounds delicious. Again, we're probably turning half our people off right now talking.
Okay,
about
maybe
eating.
I would try it. I just don't know. I don't know.
But that's where they boil it and they take all the meat off of it and all that, right?
Yeah, but there's something else to it. John told me one time, and I'm like...
There's brain in it, too, though, I think.
Yeah, like, I think they just took part of the brain out to put... Let's have brains and eggs for breakfast.
Let me tell you something.
But yeah.
Whoever did this ain't playing around. They're not wasting any of that pig, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the way it should be. Like, if you're going to slaughter an animal, you better well use every single piece of it that you can. Like, we even kept
from the rooter to the tutor, son.
Yeah, the rooter to the tutor. Although they didn't give us the ears, I would have liked the ears for the dogs. The dogs would have loved those.
Yeah.
But anyway, like even the what did we the. Oh, I lost my train of thought.
Eating everything.
Oh, we're keeping the bones, like to make soup bones.
Stock or whatever.
Yeah.
Ribs? Is that a thing or no?
Yeah, we got ribs too. Yeah.
Damn.
Pork
ribs.
How
much weight did you get? Like 50, 60 pounds? I mean, how big was this thing?
So the pig that we had was 267 or 292. And then half of that is what we got. Guess how much we paid? Guess how much we paid though.
So you bought half of a 300-pound pig, right?
Yes.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
I'd say. I'm gonna say $200.
Close. It was 158,
It's
and
not
that's with
bad
the
at all,
processing.
bro.
No,
With
it was $1 a pound. It was $1 a pound.
Shoot.
Well, I mean, we processed it, but they cut it in half basically and took the hairs off, and pigs have hair and the ears and stuff. But
They
anyway,
hit them with a torch, right? They hit them with a torch, I think.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think it's
the
something
ones I've
that goes
seen.
boop.
No. They don't burn them to death. I'm saying that they take the hair off with the torch.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like how they put them out.
Like No Country for Old Men, right?
Yeah.
Pacow.
Yeah.
Good night. Well, dude, if you got to go, that's how I want to go. I don't want to see it coming. I don't want to feel it. Just touch me to the temple and send me on to Jesus.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
But
well,
so
hey,
we'll have
I just
bacon
thank
soon
you
enough.
For tonight was a fasting night, and we're talking about eating a pig. You know, I'm hungry right now. Where I would take a slice of that head cheese, and I'm not even sure what that is, but
I'd have to look again, but I know when John was describing it, I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look good. You know, from what I know about it, it doesn't sound like it would be an appetizing looking thing. But people eat it. You know what I do want to try, which I got with Elijah on the last cruise in November.
Yeah,
a bunch of us go out to dinner. Actually, he treated, right? He treated. We're all standing around. He's like,
that's nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
Who wants to go to dinner? And I'm like, I'm down to eat. Like, you don't have to ask me twice, bro. Are you down to eat? Always, Now, am I going to?
Every other day now.
Every other day. Don't make me that offer. But tonight, I'm gonna pass.
Right.
Thank you. And I got, it was I don't know if I'm saying it, porchetta, the roast.
I don't know.
It's like the pork belly.
Roast pork. Okay.
And then they roast it, so the skin was kind of like crunchy or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what they make cracklins out of.
Dude, man, we call them chicharron in Spanish, and it's like the fried pork fat, which God, that sounds so horrible for you though, fried pork fat. But
oh, no joke.
A little bit of salt, baby. You got to do what you got to do.
I kept a bunch of the fat they trimmed off, like the ribs and the pork steaks and stuff, because I was like, if you render that down, you can use it to cook for one, and I was
can you call that tallow? Is that what that's called?
Oh, I don't know.
Or is that just only beef? I'm not sure.
You're being too smart for me. I don't know.
John
At any
knows,
rate,
probably.
John probably knows everything. I'm gonna make a bacon candle. So when you walk into the house, and I'm gonna send it to your wife so she can light it on your off days, and you can just suffer.
Here's the thing, though. Like, this conversation would turn her off because she doesn't eat beef or pork.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't mind if we eat it. Like, my son will grill steaks,
Yeah.
I bought him a digital thermometer thing with a Bluetooth and all that.
Oh, yeah.
That'll
that's
send
awesome.
so he's excited to try. So we got some steaks. We're going to try that tomorrow, I think.
Sweet.
But awesome. She wouldn't eat it, and I don't think she'd light it up in the house. So she's like, you put it in your car, but
I'll make it for my
evil,
house
the
then.
bacon candle. I think that's a thing.
It is. I was joking about it, and some of the people that were there helping to process the meat, he was like, we went to this restaurant one time, and if you got this certain meal, it came with a bacon candle. I was like, oh, that's cool. I mean, now you can make your own.
I think several years ago.
But I'm sure it was like wax with smells.
Oil, yeah. Liquid smoke. And
I'm sure it'd be good for your skin, though, too. You think?
Trying to get the dogs to lick it off of you?
Bacon grease for lotion?
Rub some on your neck. Let the dogs have at it. What was I gonna say? I was with some comedy buddies of mine a few years ago, and they were like, "Dude, we got to go to Denny's." I'm like, "Denny's? For what?" Because they had this new jalapeno bacon, and it was spicy. Like, I don't know how they got it in there, but it was bacon, but it had like a little kick to it.
I wonder if they fried the bacon with like jalapeno slices or something.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, Carlos, there's cobwebs in my podcast area.
Well, it's it hadn't been getting used.
We're back.
Anyway,
all right.
Are we good? Are we back?
I think we're good. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. It's been too long. Hopefully, people will still. You know what's going to happen? People that have like an Apple iPhone, and they're like subscribed to where they get notifications. It'll ding and go, Off Your Flosser just released a new episode, and they're going to go, what? Are you kidding me? And they are going to drop everything, run somewhere quiet, and listen to the episode.
Yeah. So, well, they need to. I'm going to delete. I'm going to turn this out. I'm going to flip it tonight because I think.
All right, cool.
There's very little editing going on right now. I think I'm just going to rip it and dip it. I don't know if that's a term,
and dip it.
That's what we're going to call it. I got a whole new system to get our breakdown, our synapses that we put on the
that's cool.
So I got a whole new system. So it's a lot faster turnaround. So come see me at Hitman. I'll be down there. Sandy, you gonna be anywhere?
Not until Smiles at Sea. I have no PTO, so
gotcha. So we're definitely doing. We'll see you guys in California. Please come out, and we need to call Elijah and get a discount code or promo code or something. But
I think Nicole from Lighthearted, one of the admins, she wants to go too. So I can't wait. I think it'll be great. I'm going off the East Coast or West Coast, and we're going to a new place I've never been before. So I think it'll be. It's like Estenada or Espinaza, Mexico. Or
we're going to Catalina Island for the wine mixer, right?
The Catalina wine mixer. Oh, I love that movie. Step Brothers.
We're doing that, and then Ensenada, Mexico, I believe.
Yes.
So
that's right.
Back to LA and then back home. So that's what, May 8th through
it's like
the 12th?
8th through 12th or something like that. It's the full week of that week. So
and then the dental festival will be in New Orleans in August. So
okay, I got to mark my calendar for that.
Yeah, I got to go to that too. It's not like a requirement, but it's just going to be dentistry's out of town. It's going to be
it'll be great.
All our people are going to be there, so we definitely got to get out there. So check it out. Also, emotional intelligence. If you need somebody to want to check it out, go carlosrdh.com. Go check that out, please.
Yep.
And as always, check out.
All right. Yep. You guys haven't flossed yourself in a long time, so
no, but you're going to start again, and here we go.
We're going to go floss yourselves.
Go floss yourselves for sure.
Yes.
All right. Thanks again, guys.
All right.
Sorry for the break. We won't do it
192.
again.
Yes.
192, season 5, and love you.
Thanks
Sandy,
for listening.
Good? Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.